Hi everyone, my name is Kelly Bitt. I'm the founder of Sublima Jewelry, my collection of artful and sustainable jewelry that's handmade in recycled metals. I'd love to take a minute just to tell you a bit about an issue that's near and dear to my heart and something that I've been attempting to allocate time and resources to in the past week and in the week ahead. In the wake of the pandemic, New York City's Chinatowns have been experiencing decreasing foot traffic, which runs the risk of displacing both small businesses and the communities that they serve. Thankfully, there are a host of organizations doing amazing work to support both merchants and the working class individuals and families that live in these neighborhoods. So I'd love to tell you a bit more about some of these organizations. We decided to donate 100% of sales to 5 Chinatown organizations, and those donations will run through Monday, December 14th. So I'd love to take a minute and tell you a bit more about these 5 organizations and what they do. Chinatown Love is the first organization that I'd like to highlight. They identify Asian-owned businesses, mainly in New York City's Chinatowns, that have been hardest hit by the pandemic. They also try to identify cash-only and pen and paper businesses, and 100% of donations go directly to the merchants. They do a really great job of supporting small and off-the-grid businesses in Chinatown to ensure that they get the funding love that they need to survive. Welcome to Chinatown is the next organization that I'd like to highlight. They're a grassroots initiative that supports Chinatown small businesses. They have a longevity fund that's a small business relief fund that aims to fundraise $200,000 that would be allocated in $5,000 increments to 40 small businesses that are the most at risk of closure. The aim of these donations is to give these merchants a bit of peace of mind and reassurance as they work on their COVID-19 recovery efforts. The Chinese American Planning Council is the next organization that I'd like to highlight. They were founded way back in 1965, and they're the largest Asian American social services organization. Since their founding in 1965, they've been aiming to promote the economic and social empowerment of Chinese American, immigrant, and low-income communities across New York City. And since March and the onset of the pandemic in New York, they've supported more than 15,000 people in the community with their COVID-19 relief efforts. Think Chinatown is the 4th organization that we're donating 100% of sales to. They build intergenerational community through civic engagement, the arts, and storytelling. And in their COVID-19 relief efforts, they've collaborated to bring design solutions to business reopenings, and they've compiled bilingual info on legal issues, grants, and loans, and they've also made recommendations on how to support the community during this time. Heart of Dinner is the 5th organization that we're donating all proceeds to. They aim to end isolation and hunger for low-income Asian American homebound elderly, and they provide nutritious meals that are also culturally thoughtful, and they're accompanied by these amazing handwritten letters and illustrations in Chinese or Korean, and they serve people across Lower Manhattan, Brooklyn, and Queens. I wanted to finish up by doing a fun little jewelry show and tell for anyone who might be still looking for gift ideas for the holidays. And just a reminder that 100% of sales will support Chinatown and these 5 amazing organizations through Monday, December 14th. I'll start off by showing you guys some of the stuff that I'm wearing. This is the Oyster Hoops, which is definitely one of our best sellers in the collection. A great gift for anyone who's a shell fan or has a shell fetish like me, or is into oysters or big hoops. In terms of like the detailing that you see here in the hoops, it's a bit of a different take on your traditional hoop. I hand carve wax to create the prototypes for every piece and then cast into recycled brass or recycled sterling silver. This here is the Oyster Hoop in recycled brass, and the hoops sit at kind of a 3/4 degree angle from the earlobe, so it's a great way to show all of the detailing. I'll show you guys also the Equilibrium choker that I'm wearing. It's my newest COVID creation. I sometimes wear it as a choker that sits asymmetrically on the neck like this, which is how I originally designed it, but you can also have it centered as well. The long pendant here I carved in wax initially, and it's cast in recycled brass. It's a choker that's all about balance and asymmetry with 2 Venetian rounded box chains coming from one side and then one from the other. It's adjustable, and so it has an adjustable chain at the back, and also comes in 3 different sizes or custom sizing. Next, I wanted to show you guys some rings that I think make great gifts for the holidays, especially these rings here, which are adjustable. This is the Eve's Knuckle Ring and our Acme ring, and you can see that they're open at the back. Actually, this one I made a little bit small for my ring finger, but as you can see, it's a very malleable ring, but it's sturdy as well, and so depending on which finger you want to wear it on, you can adjust it, and they make for great gifts because if you don't know the recipient's ring size, then it takes kind of the guesswork out of your gift giving. It comes in 2 different sizes too, the 7 to 9 and the 4 to 6. I'm wearing the 4 to 6 size, or you can request custom sizing too. On my other hand, I have the dome topography rings. This is our take on the classic dome shape, which I really love, but ours has the graduated contours and organic shapes that you can see in the rings. It also comes in small sizes for the pinky ring size and up. I like wearing it on my pinky finger a lot as kind of my preference, but it looks great on the larger fingers too. This cuff here is the Space Age cuff. It's a dramatic cuff that has cutout details and a very sort of wide brim or rim coming out from the wrist that I think is very eye-catching. It comes in 3 different sizes. This one is the 15 centimeter size, which is the smallest, and also comes in recycled brass or recycled sterling silver. This on my left is the scrunchy cuff, which is another one of our best sellers in the collection. It's kind of your grown take on a 90s throwback accessory, a bit more unexpected because of the way that it's cast in the metal and the detailing that mimics fabric cinching and ruffling. Definitely one of my favorite pieces, and also comes in those 3 sizes and in recycled brass or recycled sterling silver. I wanted to show you guys two other pieces named after my parents because, well, this one here is called the Carlton ring because my dad requested a design like this, and it's a very classic cigar band type of ring with channels that are a bit more eye-catching here in the recycled brass. And then another cuff is the Lillian cuff, which is named after my mother because she loves Wonder Woman and the cuffs that Wonder Woman wears to signify power and female empowerment. And this cuff here has kind of a smaller version than the Space Age cuff of a brim that fans out from the wrist, which is definitely eye-catching. Also wanted to show you guys, and lastly, these little hoop huggies for an option that's a bit more minimalist than a bigger hoop. These I wear almost every day. It's the donut hoop huggy, and you can see that it's very eye-catching, even though it's small and minimalist because of its bulbous donut-like shape. It comes in the recycled brass, like here, or in the recycled sterling silver. So I just wanted to thank you so much for tuning in, learning about these amazing organizations supporting Chinatown, and encourage you to take a look. There's lots more on the website in terms of pieces and styles, a bit too much to cover in Instagram stories, but yeah, just a reminder that 100% of sales is donated to these 5 organizations that support Chinatown through Monday, December 14th. Thank you so much, and wishing you and yours the happiest and healthiest of holidays. Take care.